Welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. We are here with Senator Amanda Mays of Bledsoe, and she has been sharing her story of what she's been up to since the holidays and the time right before. You may remember hearing in the news that she had an accident involving a horse, and so the fact that you are here looking as beautiful as you look, sharing with us, we are so glad that you are here, and we just want to kind of pick up where we left off.
Yeah, so Senator, I wanted to know, what was the response from your constituents and your colleagues immediately after the accident, and also the support you've had since then?
Overwhelming, incredible. You know, I can get emotional just talking about it because it was so amazing. We talk about community so much, and then to see it in action is something beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm one who likes to give more than receive, so taking people's help was hard.
Yeah.
People brought food, DoorDash. I mean, thank goodness for DoorDash. And pajamas. People brought me just the most thoughtful, compassionate things. The number of text messages, flowers, cards that just showed up from people that I didn't expect. You know, a thoughtful message were so encouraging, especially when you kind of thought, this is hard, it's emotionally draining, it's physically draining. So that encouragement support system was just overwhelming.
That's great.
Overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. So looking ahead, like, what is your plan? I mean, you are such a hustler. Like, you have, your expectations for yourself are so high. What are your plans moving forward as a senator for our state?
So that's a really good question. And I think that the challenge, like I mentioned, is kind of reevaluating what you do and how fast you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And with recovery, especially with head trauma, you don't want to go too fast, you go backwards. So having the permission from my constituents and other colleagues to say, hey, put your healing first, has allowed that freedom to say, okay, I can't go today. I'm going to have to rest. So I can do better tomorrow. And you don't want to sacrifice the future for short-term gains in this kind of healing environment. So that's been hard to do, and to kind of choose myself, if you will, in that journey. And then to say, you know what, but my expertise is in the budget, and we're just now in that session part of it for the Senate. So that's been fun to be back and be in those meetings more so, and get involved. And having more constituent meetings has been great. Starting to have people in the office and talk a little bit more. And I was so afraid of getting sick. I can't blow my nose. I can't, you know, just those kind of little things to try to limit exposure. So I'm so excited. I'll be there this week in the Senate. I'm excited to kind of get back in it.
That's really, really cool. You know, I think some of the best bills that come out of Frankfort are the bills that are steeped in personal experience. And I'm wondering if there's anything from this experience, and this has been a multifaceted experience, if there's been anything from this experience that you think might inform your legislative work in the future.
You know, probably not from the equine standpoint. It's been shocking how many people in the legislature as well as in the public have said, oh my word, this happened to me, something similar. We're in the horse capital of the world. Horse injuries are actually pretty common. So that's one thing. I will say in the health insurance space, you know, facial and maxillary is those bones are challenging, but then putting your teeth back together is a whole different ballgame. And the difference between what is a dental procedure versus what is a medical procedure, I probably did not have an appropriate respect for that challenge. You know, if you have breast cancer and your breasts come back, they put in to make it whole. Your teeth aren't covered under medical or some of that, and yet you need your teeth to function. Having been on a liquid diet for a very long time, I am very excited to use my teeth one day. So those kind of pieces, I think, from just an insurance medical piece, there might be some changes. I might be looking at.
For sure.
Definitely.
Okay, Senator Bledsoe, first off, you have given me, I'm about to ask a question, but something that you just said really affected me. Don't sacrifice the future for the short-term goals. What other lessons, advice can you share with us from this incident that you maybe could benefit others?
Sure, I think one of the things that I've really tried to keep in perspective is that we can do hard things, and everyone's doing something hard. There are moms getting up every day fighting for their kids who are struggling. There are parents that are taking care of elderly parents. There's jobs that aren't working. Everyone's facing hard things. And I think the sun rises and sets whether I'm a good mom or a bad mom, whether I've killed it or it's been a cluster. And I think the challenge, and what I've tried to remind myself is that I can still pause and look at the sunset, and I can still understand that that is unique and amazing and beautiful and joyful, and I can accept that as God's gift to me, and that perspective of saying, it's okay, it's okay. And we're gonna start over tomorrow. And we don't get to choose what happens to us oftentimes. You know, sometimes they're our own making. We all live with decisions and consequences, and sometimes they're just accidents. And so our our choice is really how we respond to those things.
Yes.
And modeling for mine, hey, I can accept that this is not a good day, and it's going to be a hard day, but I can still say it's a good day. God is still good. I'm still here. There's still good work ahead. I don't know what that looks like yet in some of that journey, but I know He holds that future, and I'm still looking at sunsets.
That's
Well,
awesome.
Senator
That's
Bledsoe,
amazing.
Amanda Mays Bledsoe, thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you for sharing your story, and we are so glad that you are here. Thank you very much. All right, everybody, stay with us. Coming up after the break, we're going to highlight our woman we're talking about, and it's somebody who's not sitting too far from me. Stay with us.